Hey everybody, so I'm sorry if you end up hearing my husband upstairs. He's playing, I think, WoW right now with his guild. So if you hear him randomly shouting or just saying something, that's why. So anyway, today's video was inspired by some great news Nintendo tweeted. I know some people are upset about the fact it's apparently a limited release, but I mean, you have 6 months, so people are gonna get it, but we're going to talk about a game that for years has been very polarizing because I've noticed there's really no middle ground. People either love it or hate it. Not Super Mario Galaxy, not Super Mario 64, but Super Mario Sunshine. There we go, now you can see it, which will be released on the Switch the end of this month, I want to say, yes, in like a bundle pack with 64 and Galaxy. But anyway, we're talking about obviously the GameCube version because that's the one that's out. So let's get started and talk about the gameplay. So Mario, it's a classic kind of collectathon platformer. The levels are a little open, like I would say more like Super Mario 64 versus like Galaxy or any of those games. And in this game, you have an addition of a water backpack called Flood, which it has 3 modes. You have Rocket, which just shoots you straight up in the air. You have to charge it up straight up in the air while standing. And then you have a Hover, which you can be in mid-jump and hover, or you can be on the ground and start hovering. Only lasts for a short amount of time. And then you have just like a general spray, like it's a normal hose. And that's how you can like attack or just need to spray something or whatever. But otherwise it's, you know, the basic normal platformer. You get the shine sprites, which are your stars. You get blue coins. It's honestly, a lot of people say they hate Flood, but I really enjoyed using it. I don't mind using it, and it's not that hard to learn. And there are levels, they're like secret levels, where Flood is taken away from you and you can only do the very more traditional platforming. So you get a bit of a mix. You'll get that old, like more regular platforming where you can't use Flood. So for those people who don't necessarily like Flood. So let us now move on to the story. So the story is Mario, Peach, and Old Man Toad, I don't remember his name, Mayor Toad, Grandpa Toad, whatever. They're going on a vacation, everything's all good, plane crash lands, and Peach ends up getting stolen by a blue Mario, and regular Mario is thrown in jail because this blue Mario is running around impersonating as him, and everyone thinks he is making a mess of Isle Delfino, so Mario's a convicted felon, confirmed, and you now have to go around, and they're like, you can't leave, you have to clean up this island. And so now you're stuck cleaning up the island, but you also have to save Peach, go figure. So I'm gonna say for the story, I mean, it's an old game, like I said, this was GameCube. I don't even know what year it came out. 2002, so I was in like 2nd grade. So, you know, it's an old game. If you don't know the whole story, I mean, it's a Mario game, but I'm still not gonna go into the end spoilers. But that's the basics of the story. Now we're gonna come to the bulky part of the video where I talk about my personal thoughts and opinions. Honestly, I love this game. I have spent so much time messing around in this game. There are so many secrets to find. The music is great, honestly, like especially like Delfino Plaza. You really feel like you're on vacation, and for GameCube graphics and everything, it honestly still looks, I think at least, really pretty. And you do feel like, you know, you're on like a tropical vacation because it is taking place in a tropical island, and it's so like, because the levels are fairly open. There are some points you can't access because it has to do with like a certain mission or whatever, but for the most part each level you go to, it's pretty open. You go explore, you find secrets, you just look at the scenery. It's a fun and actually quite beautiful game to mess around in. Honestly, I think the reason most people who hate it say they hate it is genuinely because of Flood, because it is such a different thing. And let's be real, people say they want new and innovative things in games, but a lot of the times, and I'm not saying new and innovative is always perfect, but then they do get mad when, you know, people change the formula to something, but then they also get mad when they have the same exact formula. So it's like, you can never win. In my opinion, I think if you try something, you get some points for that. Like I said, that doesn't always necessarily mean it's good, and that just because you branched out and tried something unique or changed a formula a little, that it's automatically game of the year, best thing ever. But I don't think it should be immediately hated and discredited just because you're trying something new and being like, with something new with an old IP and being like, well, that's not how it was, blah, 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 blah. But I digress, you know. I mean, if you don't like the game, you don't like the game, and there's only so much that can be done to change your opinion. And I'm very curious to see how the HD graphics are going to look on the Switch. I am excited for that. I am ready to revisit this game. This was the news I needed this year. Honestly, when there was rumors starting to go around that it seemed like this might come to the Switch, me and my husband, because he loves this game too, he got so excited. So this was the news we needed. And honestly, this game brings me a lot back to like summers in my childhood, because, you know, this came out in 2002. I was in like 2nd grade. So a lot of my summers when I got my GameCube were spent playing Luigi's Mansion and this game and Smash Bros. And, you know, I would just pour hours into these games. It's just, maybe for me there is a bit of bias because of a slight nostalgia connection, but it takes me back to those simpler times, you know, before becoming an adult and realizing what being an adult entails. I was never a kid to be in a hurry to grow up. This is slightly off topic, but even then I'm still like, I don't know if I like adulting. I've passed the trial. Can we return that sometimes? But, so yeah, I will admit my bias, and that is that there is definitely some nostalgia, but I honestly still think it's a good, solid game. And I know there are plenty of people who agree with me. You know, my brother, he played this game a lot. My neighbors are actually the ones who showed me this game and got me into this game, because they would bring their copy over, and they're the ones basically who inspired me to ask my parents to get me this game, because as a young gamer child, I was very easily influenced and basically built my games I played as a child on my brother and our neighbors. So they are basically the ones who built up my library when I was a child, because I didn't know what I was doing and what games I wanted and which games are good. And I would get a lot of those movie tie-ins, which, okay, usually are bad. Slightly off topic again, but SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, that was also another game I played all the time, and that game actually slaps. That game is great. You can't change my mind. But anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. If you want to go ahead and see what's going on in my life, follow me on Twitter. If you want to stalk my dog and just be filled with Corgi Chihuahua mixed love, go follow my Instagram. She's all over that. Sometimes I'll post me and my husband, but mostly it's her, basically her Instagram. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. You don't have to, but it helps to let me know what you enjoy watching. Go ahead and leave a comment, leave your thoughts below. If you like this game, didn't like this game, you excited for it coming out on the Switch, do you care, or are you just gonna stick with the original GameCube version? If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I upload every Monday and Friday, and then just a vlog whenever I feel like it. I don't always vlog. My life is not that exciting, so it doesn't happen often. But that is going to be it for today's video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!